There are now 97 days since my starting announcement of this bodybuilding journey to the NPC stage next spring. So today is going to be my first full workout follow through where I'm going to be hitting back and shoulders today, get some banded pull-ups, really work on that V taper because my lat volume and symmetry of that is going to be the biggest bang for my buck to really present myself out on stage. So I hope you guys enjoy. We'll walk through some of the developments that have happened throughout this video. Let's get it. Just for fun, I like to start off with a handstand warm-up.
Don't know why, but my life is upside down.
And there we have it. Now for pull-ups, I like to warm up doing some inchworms. Fully getting out here, going out, push up, and back in. Ooh, really trying to get the deltoids back warmed up. Good for the hamstrings too. Time to take off the dog tags today. Ooh, we'll do a warm up, probably 3 unbanded. Hey, normal pronated grip. And then once warm, we'll start our 8 sets of 10. Really try to emphasize that eccentric negative. Focusing on the lats, the mid to upper back, and get lower back too. And 10. Ooh. 1 set down, 7 to go. Now, over the past 3 months, I've been getting much more into the literature and watching Jeff Nippard videos as a science evidence lifter myself. I want to try to focus on hypertrophy, and yet I'm not well experienced with resistance training. So if you want to examine and critique my workout plan, I have my previous workouts listed in this Google Sheet. You can click that in the video description, or you can look at this quick little video right here of it. But yeah, second set. Let's get it. Turns out my back may still be a bit sore from almost maxing deadlift yesterday. This is so awkward filming with this little gimbal next to 4 guys playing basketball to my left. How do people do this? Time for the square root of 3,600. Near collision there. Let's get it. Last 10. Now for some overhead single arm presses. This one I really like focusing on where my lat feels most contracted and extended. So I have good kind of mind muscle connection, even though I don't read a lot of literature saying this is best for hypertrophy. We'll start with 45. The kind of disappointment of this gym is there's not many kind of pressing machines. Full lockout. Those of you who haven't seen my first two announcement videos of what I'm doing. So November 10th, 97 days ago, I announced that I am going to be performing and competing in a NPC Men's Physique show, April 2026. Just about 540 some days from that announcement day. And in the meantime, I have built out a workout plan. I've started counting my macros through this app called Cal AI. Amazing story. It was created by the 17-year-old genius. Ended up using a lot of AI interface, so it helps save me time for my own meals. I don't have to do a lot of manual input. It takes a picture. I noticed trends of it kind of undercounting calories, so I adjust accordingly. But it's a great starting place where I don't have to take a lot of my extra time to really try to track what I'm eating. So that's been beneficial. I've increased my weight about 11 pounds minus plus 4 because I was about 186 starting. I got up to 197 at my peak, fell back down to 194 starting this college semester. The stack is our cafeteria. Can't say, it feels a lot like empty calories sometimes. I got back up to 197.3 when I weighed last Friday, so I'm finally building that back up. And in the meantime, I've been on now creatine monohydrate BPN brand. There's only one type of creatine that is sourced in Germany and not in Hong Kong or China, and that is Creapure. So if you're planning creatine, I highly suggest Creapure. That's where the thousands plus studies have been conducted on. It's a great brand. Nick Bear is this amazing ultra runner and like bodybuilder. He's the founder of that company, or at least he owns a major stake in it. So I like his brand. I like his product. It's Creapure. So I'll leave a link if you're interested in that brand. Not affiliate yet. And besides that, I got in touch, had 2 meetings with my bodybuilding coach, also named Landon. So it's a lovely, lovely situation. I'm like, hey, Landon. Hi, Landon. So that's been cool. I won his partial scholarship for coaching. So I have 16 weeks with him leading up to my show where we'll be mainly in the cut cycle. So he'll be teaching me how to stay healthiest in that process because this is the first bulk cut cycle I've ever performed in my life. So I have no idea how my body's going to respond. I'm coming out of being a 4-year high school cross country runner, much thinner frame. I'm now in Army ROTC. It's been a lot of endurance-based cardio, high reps, kind of lower weight, and now I'm pivoting to lower reps / middle reps and high weight. So it's just a very different training style, trying not to burn off too many calories with PT 4 days a week, and trying to just maintain mass, maintain volume, maintain size. It's a whole new stage of lifting for me and stage of fitness. So I am really here for the journey. If those of you who don't know, this whole idea popped in my head. One part was my Army RTC captain was a bodybuilder, and so the idea first popped in my head there. And then during my AMED internship at Fort Jackson, I ended up seeing the poor health among a lot of the physicians there, among the patient population, seeing how much more respect there is for this military mindset and my own military patients when you have really tested your body to its limits. And this is the show for me. It's going to be testing mental, physically, spiritually, to the extreme to see what is possible while trying to advocate for a natural physique. So many young men I see, especially online now, is really sadly pivoting towards the trend twins, towards the steroid usage as the only way to achieve a good physique. And we see physique inflation, and we see mental health images progress. And so I really want to emphasize, yes, genetics is huge. I didn't have to start from a terrible place. I already came in with years of physical fitness experience and good genetics for size, but still training, eating well, and sleep. A big one is solid sleep, because that's where muscle actually is anabolizing. That's where peptides are actually forming. That's when your DNA is going to be increasing that protein expression, and where your growth hormone will be released from your pituitary gland. That's all during sleep. So it's a key feature I think too many of us get too little on. I always say, being a pre-med student in ROTC, you have 3 choices: academics, social life, or sleep. Which one am I going to sacrifice? Probably sleep. But I need to be conscious and aware of that. So let's get this next set. That's enough of me.
Fallen soldiers, we stand on your shoulders, we carry your legacy, 'Cause no one said that freedom's free, fallen soldiers, we stand on your shoulders, I'll carry your legacy.
Now, this is a great anterior delt workout I learned from the Canadian biochemist himself, and I feel extremely great activation of it. It's what I tend to call the posterior crossover lateral raise. Key thing is to have it where your arm is straight. The cable should be horizontal and parallel to the ground. Take your other arm. I'll take a step or a half out, and then try to get up. And then you feel full activation on the way back down, controlled. I give it a little extension, and then back up. So the entire time, if you keep your body straight, your deltoids are gonna feel it. And I like to end with a little partial. Really helps. Feel it. And I'll switch. One set done. Ooh, third set of 4. Besides what I already mentioned, a big reason why I'm doing this is because ever since 9 years old, when I ended up having a supernumerary tooth and needed it extracted to prevent losing my 2 front teeth and forming a massive golf ball sized cyst in my upper palate, I found out that I'm called to help heal people. And healing manifests itself in a lot of different ways. But the older I get, and as obesity and chronic disease continues to plague America, I realize that our own physical health is something that we have arguably the most control of, if any control, but arguably the most control out of most sectors in our lives, between the physical, mental, and spiritual aspect. And while some people believe we are embodied spirits, others believe we're inspirited bodies, I believe the truth is kind of diagonalization between them. But nonetheless, physical health is such a key aspect of overall health. And if I'm going to be pursuing this path to be a doctor and help bring healing and not just mask disease, I need to understand the root cause. I need to understand it personally. What drives people? What motivates them? What leads people to break through? They're not easy questions. There's days where you have to dig deep, but on days when you don't have motivation, what do you fall back on? Who are the people in your life to support you? How am I blessed that some others might not be able to be that advantaged? There's just a lot of different complex facets of that which makes us healthy and that which makes us human. And every day I'm just further grateful for where my life has led me, and I hope to just impart at least a sliver of that for you, because none of us can do this alone. We all look to people who have had mentors, who've had mentors, who've had mentors. And in this current age, it's so hard to discern truth from fiction and what's good advice versus what's just a train wreck waiting to happen, disguised as some gilded, beautiful object. So there's a path we all have to take. I've currently chosen mine, but which one will you choose? 4 sets done. I've been here about an hour. Let's finish with some core and then we'll work on some posing. I used to do core very wrong. I used to do those like 8-minute on the floor ab exercises, thinking that that would help for my abs, but it's really just extended cardio with some core strength. What you have to do is full body extension contraction movements. And while I still haven't mastered it, again, I'm still a learner, I found out that dead hangs into 90s and then core presses have really helped add my oblique muscles and then help define further the abdominal wall. So let's get to it. The key thing for this one is to not let yourself swing, but be contracted on both the down and up. Your abs get no break, and you feel it quick. Oh, yeah, it's a good start. Twelve more. Now let's get on the actual ab machine. Do any of you have opinions on hoist gym equipment? The Hack has exclusively hoist equipment, and I can't say they have the best. So let me know in the comments below what your favorite brand of gym equipment is, if it varies between different workouts, but yeah. Hoist, interesting choice. And other side. Good core finisher. Now I'll see you in the posing room. I was still not any less awkward. Out to my right here, there's people walking by the window, and so it's like, stop, try to hide away, come back. Oh, public gyms. But I do know that posing is the difference between placing and not in men's physique. Even if you have a better physique, but your posing's off, you're not gonna get the spot. So it's something I need to focus on because I have really never posed in my life until the last 3 months, starting to get into a little more watching tutorials. But again, big thing for men's physique, we're wearing kind of board shorts, so braided from waist up. So big thing is gonna be emphasizing small waist, large lats, really trying to flare those lats, get that knee taper look. Anterior delts are gonna build a lot of volume and width. And then the little hip movements you do really help accentuate the upper body compared to the waist. So it's something to focus on. Looking relaxed and looking just really smooth is gonna be that little brownie point addition to performing well. So on my walk up, I'm starting to learn how to get into it, really quick, smooth. I like leaning on my left, slight out turn. They said hips, I think it's popped out. Really give you a waist, looking relaxed and moving in. I heard different things. Men's physique switched to only doing front pose. Back pose now, no like quarter turns. So I still don't know. I didn't ask my coach specifically, but once we get more into posing, I'll find out. It's good to just practice every direction now. The judges are typically about waist level below, so really emphasizing the leaning forward versus leaning back will change that for their perspective. On the back pose, you need to be leaning back towards them, so it emphasizes width. So just a lot of little things, tricks of the trade that will help build that just appearance. And so yeah, for those of you who don't know, men's physique is not overall size. That's like men's classic or men's open. I like men's physique because me being all natural gives me a little more of a shot. I also get to still compete in the junior class because I won't be 23 by that time, so it'll work there. And then besides that, I get to compete in men's novice and men's like first time novice, or like novice classic and novice or something, or true novice and novice. So that'll be good. But I was hoping to incorporate something in the army towards the end. I could like be like this, and like a salute pose would be cool. That'd be try flare like that. But yeah. Yep, so a lot of work to go, but I'm on the bulk. Definitely not as shredded as I need to be, but it's a good start.
At least I see a little more obliques.
I think it's also worth noting, am I being hypocritical filming this process for you when I'm trying to work on men's mental health images, when I'm trying to work on holistic health and not just appearance, when I'm here showing my physique off or like working through this? And it's tough because you see people online, some people love it. They're like, I want to strive to be like this, which I don't think you should ever strive to be like anyone else for that reason, but to improve yourself, and if it gets you in a better mental health space, better physical stage, then I want you to actually pour into what really matters, that spiritual aspect, that combination of health at its finest. So yeah, it's tough. I've been hesitating to even film this video for you guys, but yeah, I guess I'll find out in the comments. Tear me to shreds or say, hey Landon, I liked this. It's a little more casual. I'm sure it was extremely cringy. Every time someone walks by, I'm like whispering here. Even my lab mic's down on my pants now. I should bring it back up. Maybe now you can hear me better. But you know what? I'm an amateur, and I'll take that. The root word of amateur is a lover of something. So I'll consider myself an amateur bodybuilder, whatever that means. And just, yeah, excited to continue being transparent, being honest with this process. And whatever you guys want to see, I'll consider it. So let me know. Thank you guys for watching this first full day in the life of an amateur bodybuilder episode. I still don't know the title, but we'll brainstorm something, and just walking through kind of a back and shoulder day. I hope it was somewhat informative or somewhat entertaining, and I'm sure it was cringy. So if you like that, I'm sure you'll see some more of it on my channel. I am an Army ROTC Pre-Med Cadet. That is who I am. And so if you like anything military related, fitness related, medical related, I'm the go-to guy for that. I would love to have you join the mission of creating the healthiest human beings on planet Earth. So, as always, ad meliora toward better things.